Who are you? So you're asking me how do you become successful in online school? You don't. You don't. You don't. Just kidding. You can. I'm glad. I'm glad you came to me. You came to the right place. Now, I look good, you say? I look like Beyonce? Anyways. Anyways, hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Juju Squad, what's going on? What's popping? What's good? What's goody? What's needy? Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to survive online school. If you want me to be honest, we've all had I've had some experience with this monster they call online school. Now, don't be intimidated by the fact that I just called it a monster, but it is. It can be. It was for me. But those are one of the things that we're going to be talking about in this video, okay? Just go ahead, get out your little pen and paper, and we're going to be taking notes. We're going to be scholars in this video, all right? Now, for those of you who are not subscribed to me, why? And for those of you who are watching my video, please go ahead and like this video. Please go ahead. Maybe give it to somebody else. Maybe. For those of you who are not so subscribed to me, right? But you're like, I like what she's doing. You can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can even like this video. Matter of fact, it's not even a choice. Go ahead and like this video. If you have any questions by the end of this video that you want me to answer, individual questions, you want me to put in another video, just tell me, put in the comment section below. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on all my social medias in the description box below. Description box below. But you know what I say. You know what I said. Anyways, let's get to the video. Alright, you guys. So, you already know what I'm about to say. If you subscribe to me, then you already know. We have our lucky computer with us, okay? You know, I be staying on these scholars typing. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be typing, we're going to be writing, we're going to do what we got to do. Alright, so I came up with some tips. Since school started, I came up with some tips about what exactly y'all should be doing, what exactly we all should be doing to start the year right. Now, if you want me to be honest, when I got the notification that school has started, if you want me to be honest, I was so pissed off because I was like, it's the last day of my vacation and y'all over here interrupting my situation, okay? And I just need this one day to myself. And on top of that, I had to go to work that day, and that's ghetto. But, you know, it's whatever that it is. It really is. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and just create a list of tips for you guys for how you guys should be starting this year off. How, if you want to be and catch up with your school, you never want to, like, get off the railing. How this is some of the things that you need to be doing. Now, if you take away something from this video, like I said before, go ahead and like this video. And if there's any other tips that y'all have that y'all feel like, hey, you should have added this, you should have added that, just put in the comment section below and I'll keep tabs it for myself. All right, so let's get to the video. All right, you guys, so my first tip is to create a schedule with all of your due assignments and when exactly you're going to do them. So, like, one example that I'm going to be showing you guys is this lucky planner here. This was for the 2019-2020 year when I was a freshman. So this is ancient at this time. By this time, because it's a year ago. This is ancient by now. When you open it, I have, like, you know, you got your days and things like that. Some of the things in yellow, well, everything in yellow is what I had already, like, done. But the fact that I wrote it down and it has check marks. So for this one, if it has a check mark, 2 check marks, then it means that I did it. 1 check mark means that I have to turn it in. But 2 check marks mean that I already did it. So that's one thing. Another thing that you can do that I do now as a sophomore is that if you have a MacBook, if you have an LG phone or an Android, or you have an iPhone, what you can go ahead and do is go to your Outlook account or your Google Calendar account or wherever you get your calendar from, and you can start adding due dates for your classes. Now I'm going to create a whole video so that you guys can see that. Like, one of the things that you can do is you can just go ahead and on the calendar that you have, your online calendar, because that's what it is, just go ahead and start going through it. Go through all of your dates. My school, our database is Canvas. So we use Canvas to put up all the due dates, when to do assignments, discussions, things like that. So one of the things that I like to do on this online calendar is I like to go to my Outlook account and basically link my Outlook account to my MacBook. So my MacBook calendar, as all iPhones do, you can connect it to either your Google Calendar or your Outlook. It's connected to my Outlook. So whatever I put on my Outlook calendar goes straight to my MacBook calendar. And one of the things that it shows me is in green. I could say that in green is all of my Zoom classes that I actually have to do. And usually green in Mac, like in your iPhone calendar, means work, right? So I put any of the things that I have to do for like Zoom classes and things like that, if I have to attend one, it's in green and it's on the all day tab. Now, when it comes to like regular assignments that I do on the day-to-day, they are on the regular home and they don't have the all day on them. They're scheduled for certain times for me to do them. So I might give myself an hour to do an assignment, maybe 2 hours to do an assignment, just so that I'm keeping track of my time and how long I'm actually doing one specific assignment. That way I can adjust as I continue to go. The other thing that I like to do is that when they're due or when assignments are due, and if they're due on the same day, I just add it on the same day that they're due. So let's say I have an assignment due February 28th. One of the things that I will do is I will just add all of the classes that are due on the 28th, and then I would put an all-day tab in blue instead of green so that I know. So this is kind of like an online way of color coding your calendar, right? One of the active things that I like to do, or that I used to do when I had a calendar, was that I would have either a green highlighter, a yellow highlighter, or a pink highlighter, and those three colors would be color coded and would mean for certain things. So if I had it in like pink, it meant that I had to do it in class, or like green meant that I had to turn it in the next day, or like yellow meant that the assignment was done all together. Whichever one works for you and how it's supposed to be done. So that's one way that or several ways that you could put your calendar together for the school year. All right, you guys, so the second tip is when you email your professors, making sure that you CC yourself on all of the emails. Now, some of you might be asking me, what do you mean CC? So whenever you go to an email, or whenever you're going to email a professor, when you send an email period, one of the things it'll say is to, and then you would put like their email, and at the bottom of that, it says CC. You would put your own email, and it would send that exact email that you just sent right back to yourself and everything that you said. That way, when the teacher responds back to you, you also get a copy of that other than the copy that you already have. So since you CC'd it to yourself, anything or any response that they have will automatically save into your email, right? So that's how that works. Usually I do this because some professors, let's be honest, be BSing and be like, oh, I never said that, or I said this and I didn't say that. That's why it's very important to keep tabs about what your professor says to you, so that you know if they try to give you problems, that you have proof about what they've said to you and what they've promised you. So if they told you they would give you an extension and they didn't give you an extension, you could always go back to that email and say, you said you were going to give me an extension, and here's the email that I have. It's even dated, it has a time on it, everything. You could just send it right back to them because you CC'd it to yourself and it's not just lost in their email somewhere. You have a copy of that email as well. That's the point of finessing the system. Okay? Okay. So my next tip is to set an alarm. Now, honestly, if you want me to be honest, I don't really wake up with just one alarm. It takes like 3 alarms for me to wake up. So the first alarm, you would set it about 30 minutes before you're supposed to wake up. The next alarm, you would set it 15 minutes before you're supposed to wake up. And then the next alarm, you would set it the time that you're supposed to wake up. That way, you kind of send signals to yourself and your brain that you're about to wake up. And sometimes, if that first alarm, you turn it off, that second alarm, you're not going to turn it off and you're going to wake up. And then that third alarm, you're going to be like, all right, yeah, I know I set this third alarm for it was really time for me to wake up. And you'll actually wake up. So that's my recommendation. I mean, I could show y'all what I do or whatever, but That's exactly how I do it. I just put it together in that order. That way it's easier for me for when I say have to start a class and I have to get ready and I have to put it in Zoom and all of that. So that's something you guys could take for yourselves. So the next thing I would say is to make sure that you attend the first day of class. I say this because usually on the first week of class, we get something called a refund check. If you do not check in any of the times in the first week of school, like you haven't checked in with attendance, whether it be on Canvas, whether it be on Blackboard, you haven't checked in with your teacher about your attendance so that they can mark you present, then I will tell you that you will not get access to your refund check. The only way you can get access to your refund check is if you're present the first week of school. So make sure you keep that in mind with attending class on your first week if you want your refund check. And for those of you who don't know what a refund check is, it's whatever is left from the loans that you have taken out or any of the money that you've given the school that they have not used, they give it right back to you. So it's like giving you back the loan. Make sure that you spend it on things that you actually need, like books, maybe you need food for school. Make sure that you're not just spending it on buying things that you don't really need. Make sure everything is school related, of course. So the next thing I will say that you guys need is to learn your teacher's writing style and learn what they expect from their assignments. I say this because you could be doing an assignment which you think is the right way or how you were taught, but in reality, if it's not up to the teacher's par, then you're probably not going to get the best grade in the class. So it's not necessarily, or this could be your hustle, it's not necessarily what you do, it's how you do it. Making sure that it's up to their standards about what they want in their class. Maybe asking students that were in the class before what that class was like. Did you take that class before? Taking advantage of your school or your school group chats or people in your class that may know what exactly was going on in the class. So that's one of the things that I also want to say. Now the last thing that I want to tell you guys is keep tabs on all the receipts, basically all the receipts of your outstanding balances from school. I say that because I've had an issue this semester where I had a balance that wasn't mine put into my account. Yes, that happened to me. And yes, it happens. So you want to make sure if you know you owe your school some money, or you make sure you check your student account and make sure that you don't owe any money. Now, if you do owe money, make sure you keep tabs on how much you actually owed. And anything that does not look credible to you or is your balance, that you check in with your school, that you go ahead and call your financial aid office or your student accounts office on campus, and you ask them about what that balance actually was. That way, if it's not yours, they can just take it out and it might just be a mistake. But make sure that you can even write an email, but make sure you also CC that email. All right, you guys, so I hope that you loved today's video. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I started rushing towards the end because I actually have a class going on right now and I'm filming another video for you guys. So I really have to hurry up with this video. But anyways, if you love this video, if you like this video, you want to see more videos like this, if it was helpful for you, please go ahead and get a like button on that video. Please go ahead and put a like button on this video. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Refer me to a friend if that's something that you think that they need to hear. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye, you guys.